Yeah, good morning, friends. Welcome back. So today we will see what is cloud computing, and remember what we have done yesterday. We have seen the curriculum of cloud computing, what we're going to learn in cloud computing, and we have seen this syllabus also, right? Syllabus and how to go for the examination. So yesterday class was just about some introduction about the syllabus and how to go for the examination. These are the things we have discussed yesterday. So we can select today is the first official session for your cloud computing course. Okay, so this was the syllabus we have seen yesterday. These are the topics we are going to learn in our coming classes. So we'll go in these topics in more details in coming sessions. Okay, so now let us see what is cloud computing in more detail. Okay, now there is a definition here. This definition I have copied from the Amazon Web Services website. What it says: cloud computing is the on-demand delivery of IT resources. What is cloud computing? It is the on-demand delivery of IT resources over the internet with pay-as-you-go pricing. Now, instead of buying, owning, and maintaining physical data centers and servers, you can access technology services such as computing powers, that is servers, storage and database on as needed basis from a cloud provider like Amazon Web Services. This is the definition. Okay, let us try to understand things in a general way. Now, when I say IT resources, what exactly is IT resources? IT resources means your computer network, your data center. Let me just take you to one data center first. This is a data center that is there in some XYZ company. And the size of this data center is still, a medium level, or maybe like, small to medium level size. What you see here, you can see there are many devices here. There is a server here, or there are many servers in a way. And there are some other devices like switches, there are some other devices like firewalls, there are some devices like routers. So in this data center there are many devices like servers, routers, switches, firewalls. Okay, these are your IT resources. By connecting servers, routers, switches, firewalls, we are making a computer network, we are making a data center. So this is on-premise data center. All the devices are there within your location. Okay, so what is the advantage of having all the devices within your location? Okay, we can say all the devices are under our control. As administrator, we can control them. As administrator, we can manage them. As administrator, we can troubleshoot them. So everything is under our control. But what is the drawback here? What is the disadvantage here? Now see, the drawback or the disadvantage here is it is not easy to manage a data center. Anytime there can be some problem, anytime there can be some power failure. So if there is a power failure, whole data center is down. If the data center is down, if the computer network is down, what we have to do, we have to make it up. It may take some time, it may take like couple of hours, or even it can take some couple of days. So if it is taking couple of hours or couple of days, then for that much time the computer network is down, that means there is no business there. So this is a major problem of having a computer network at your location, having your data center at your location. But anyhow, these are your IT resources. So a computer network will be like this. A computer data center will be like this. Okay. Now, what cloud computing will do here? It says cloud computing is the on-demand delivery of IT resources over the internet with pay-as-you-go pricing. Means it is saying you no need to buy or own or maintain your physical data centers. By using an internet connection, we can create and manage our IT resources at some other place. I repeat, by using a internet connection, we can connect to some data center, and the data center can be from Amazon, data center can be from Microsoft, it can be from Google, it can be from IBM or any XYZ company. So we can just use an internet connection and we can connect to the data center and we can create our servers and routers and switches and all these things we can create there, and we can run our data center at their location. So Amazon people have a physical data center, Microsoft people have the physical data center, Google people have the physical data center. So what we do, we just create our virtual data center there. We will create a virtual server, we will create a virtual storage, we will create a virtual database. So what is the difference between physical and virtual? The only difference between physical and virtual here is physical means we can see, we can touch. Virtual means it is like a software. Within one physical machine, we can create multiple virtual machines. Okay, so we can use their physical infrastructure, Amazon physical infrastructure, or Google physical infrastructure, or Microsoft, or IBM, or any company's physical infrastructure, and we can use their infrastructure and we can create our IT resources and we can pay them according to our usage. This is the story of cloud computing. So instead of buying, owning, and maintaining physical data centers on at our premises, what we can do, we can simply use the data centers provided by Amazon. We can simply use the data centers provided by Microsoft or Google or IBM or HP or any company, and we can create our virtual servers there. Now listen, physical servers, virtual servers, they both are servers. What is the use of a server? A server is a machine that is used to run some services, like a web service or a file service or a database service or whatever. So a web service can run on a physical machine as well as it can run on a virtual machine. There is no difference. You know, whenever you connect to a website, now we are in 2022, whenever you connect to a website, we have no idea whether we are connected to a physical server or we are connected to a virtual server. Now I can say one thing, most of the servers that we connect today, or most of the websites that we connect today, most of the websites, they are running on a virtual server. The best example here is Netflix. You know, most of you have already connected to Netflix to watch a movie or to watch some web series and all those things. You know, where is this Netflix working? It is actually working on a virtual server that is created on some cloud. Facebook, I think every day we connect to Facebook, right? Or every second day we connect to Facebook. Where is the Facebook work running? Actually, Facebook is a app. Where it is running? It is actually running on a server. So which server it is running? Is it running on a physical server? Okay, maybe like 5-7 years before, it was running on a physical server. I repeat, maybe 5 years before or 7 years before or 10 years before, maybe it was running on a physical server. But as of now, it is running on a virtual server. So where is this virtual server created? This virtual server is created on a data center, and the data center is of Amazon. So when you connect to any website over the internet, that website is running on a server. So that server can be physical server or a virtual server. If it is connected to a physical server, that means that physical server is something like this. It is available somewhere here. But like I said, in most of the cases, we are not connected to the physical server. We are connected to the virtual server. If it is connected to physical server, there is a team of administrators who are maintaining these connections. The devices will not connect with each other directly, right? Automatically, they will not connect with each other. There is a separate team. That particular team will maintain all these connections and cabling and all those things. There is a network team. But coming to cloud computing, we are connected to the data center of Amazon. So they have their own team. We are not, maintaining the data center of Amazon. No, they have their own team. So they will maintain all the connections. So what we need to do, we just need to connect to the data center and we just need to create a virtual server there. This is what cloud computing is all about. So it is on-demand delivery of IT resources over the internet with pay-as-you-go pricing. So what is pay-as-you-go pricing means? Whatever we use, that much we have to pay. If you are using a server for 30 minutes, we have to pay money only for 30 minutes. If you are using server only for 30 days in a year, we just need to pay 30 that much money. You're not paying money for like whole year. This is what cloud computing is. Okay, so we will get computing power, storage, database, and many more things on as needed basis from a cloud provider. So there are many cloud providers. Amazon is one of the cloud provider. Let me just show you some more cloud providers here. I have written the big names here: Amazon, Microsoft, Google, IBM, Oracle, Alibaba. Like these are some of the biggest cloud providers, the market leaders. But there are some hundreds of cloud providers available. Dell is also a cloud provider. Okay, DigitalOcean is a cloud provider. Citrix is a cloud provider. So you can name many more companies, many more big companies. Okay, these are the cloud providers. These are the people who are providing you the cloud computing. These are the people who are providing you the infrastructure. So we can use that infrastructure and we can create our virtual servers and we can run our applications there. Now, we means who? Who exactly is using cloud computing actually? You know, you can think of any XYZ company, a company where there are servers. Like it can be a software company, or it can be a some banking sector, or it can be a organization that is related to some government sector. So you can think of any XYZ company, and that company has a computer network, so they are running their servers over the cloud. Any XYZ company, maybe it can be a pharma company, maybe it can be like a shopping mall, maybe it can be like hospital. So all these people, they are running their servers. See, if a software company or a banking sector or any XYZ company, if they are not running their servers on cloud setup, they will be running their servers within their location. I repeat, if these people, whatever companies I have mentioned here, if these people are not running their servers on a cloud platform, they will be running their services over a physical network. Okay, I got a message here like my voice is breaking. Is it for everyone? Can you please confirm in chat box? I got a message from Abhishek, but I just need to get some more confirmation because from my side, I guess everything is okay here. Okay, Abhishek, can you check your sound settings, please? Because I got a message from most of the people and they are saying like it is clear for them. So kindly check your sound settings and just unplug your earphone or headphone and just again connect it back. So hopefully things will be okay for you. Okay, fine. So let us come back to this cloud computing again. So what we said, cloud computing is an on-demand delivery of IT resources over the internet with pay-as-you-go pricing. So there are two things: who is providing cloud computing and who is using cloud computing. So who is providing cloud computing? These are the companies, they are providing cloud computing. You can just go to Google and you can search, you will get many more companies. But I have selected some major companies. Okay. Now who is using cloud computing? Any person can use cloud computing. If someone is willing to host a gaming application, if someone is hosting a gaming application, they can go with the cloud computing. They can run their servers over a cloud because it will be very less in cost. If someone is hosting a banking application, so they can run that banking application over a cloud. So whatever applications, whatever websites are running over the internet, each and every website and each and every application can be hosted on a cloud platform. So there is no restriction here. It is not like, okay, only software companies can host a website over the cloud or software companies can keep a server over the cloud. No, any XYZ company, whatever you're thinking as of now, whatever business or whatever website you're thinking as of now, everything can be hosted on a cloud platform. Done. Now, out of all these companies, Amazon is the market leader actually. Then it is Microsoft, then it is Google. These are the three main companies. These are the three main cloud providers. First is Amazon, then it is Microsoft, then it is Google. After that, the other companies will come. Actually, fourth was Alibaba. Fourth will like go up and down. Alibaba, IBM, Oracle. These are like, there is a competition for the fourth place here. but the top place is for Amazon, then it is for Microsoft, then it is for Google. Now, why that was my question, Narendra. Why Amazon is so popular? What is the reason? I'll give a very general example. I'm not sure how many of you know this particular team, but let me just write a football team here. Let us say if you have any knowledge of football, you know this particular team, right? Real Madrid, or let us say Man United. See, Real Madrid is a football team, and this is one of the most famous team as of now. Not as of now, I can say for many decades, this is one of the most, famous team. They have very, yeah, it is in Spain, so it is a very good team. Now the question here is why Real Madrid is so good for many decades. The only reason I can say here is because of the players, right? Maybe like 10 years before, the players who were playing for this Real Madrid team, the same players are not available now. There are some other players. But what I'm trying to say here is 10 years before, the players were like very good. Now also they are good. Maybe 30 years before also they are good. So to get a success for a particular football team or cricket team, the players should be good. If the players are good, the team will be successful. This is a very general example. Now let us come to the question. Why AWS is very famous? AWS is very famous because they have a better team. They have a very, very good team. They are always busy in improving their services. They're always busy in adding new services. They're always busy in making some changes in the existing services. That is one thing. And the second thing is they are offering you many services compared to Microsoft, Google, and other platforms. Amazon people are offering you many services. That is the second thing. Third one is, Amazon pricing will be much more lesser compared to Microsoft, Google, and all the other things. So these are some of the reasons why AWS, that is Amazon Web Services, more famous compared to some other thing or some other company. For example, if I ask you a question, which mobile phone is better? Is it Samsung or Oppo or Vivo? The simple answer will be Samsung here, right? Because Samsung has a better service. Whenever you take a mobile phone or any particular device, you will look for the performance as well as for the support. The performance should be good and the support should be good. Normally, when you go and search any house, at least one Samsung device will be there. Maybe they will be using Samsung mobile phone, or maybe they are using Samsung TV or a Samsung refrigerator or Samsung AC. They're at least using one Samsung device in their home, right? Because it is like an open fact, this particular company has a better support and better performance, and price will be a bit less actually compared to other. So same concept we can apply here. So Amazon is very famous. Of course, security is one of the main thing in Amazon. Actually, we will see about more things in security in coming classes. Okay, so Amazon is one of the company that has developed cloud computing very much. They started in 2000, around 2000, and they launched cloud computing in 2006. So when they launched cloud computing in 2006, Microsoft, Google, IBM, Oracle, these companies were not available actually. These companies were not providing cloud computing. So these are the Amazon Web Services. Amazon is the company that started cloud computing initially, and they have a good team. Okay, support is better. What is support that we will see in coming sessions, but everything is better in this cloud. Now there is one more question here. Is AWS is first cloud computing provider? No, actually IBM is the first cloud computing provider. They started the concept of cloud, but again they could not take the concept further. The concept started by IBM, maybe like some decades before they started actually. But you know what Amazon people have done? They have taken the concept and they have implemented concept in the best way. Got it? These are some of the companies that offer you cloud computing. So I hope I hope you understood now why AWS is better, because they have a better team, they have more services, they have huge data center. Resources should be there. They have huge data center. Like, if I take a very general example, what we do whenever any one of our family member is getting married, we'll take a function hall. That is what we say generally in India, right? We'll take a function hall. Now, when we take a function hall, what we will see? We will see the resources that are offered by that function hall, right? Like suppose I'm in a city like Hyderabad. How many function halls I can see in a city like Hyderabad? Maybe some hundreds. Out of all these hundreds of function hall, I'll be taking only one function hall, right? So I will see the resources they are offering me. What sort of chairs they are offering me? Are they offering me AC or cooler or not? How much AC parking space? Whether there is a garden or not? How AC reception place? How AC kitchen area? How AC dining area? So we will see all these things and we will say like, okay, we will go with this particular function. So data center is something like this. We need to see how many servers they are offering. What is the size of the data center? If you need suddenly, like suppose more hard disk, can we get more hard disk from there? If you suddenly need more CPU, can we get more CPU from there? Of course. So AWS data center is huge. It is thrice the data center of Microsoft. After AWS, after Amazon, Microsoft is at number 2. So AWS has huge data centers. This is again one reason why AWS is more famous or more popular compared to some other companies. Now, one more question is coming here. Is AWS data center in Hyderabad? Of course, they have already launched AWS data center in Hyderabad. They have already working on it. So very soon it will come up. I'll show that also graphically. And recently, like couple of months before, Microsoft people also launched their data center. And we have some other data centers in Hyderabad. Okay, so what Amazon and Microsoft, they already launched their data center. They're already working on it. You know how much money Amazon has spent on this Hyderabad data center? 20,000 crores. This is the budget. This is some money, right? 20,000 crores they are spending on the data center. So just imagine how much, what will be the size of the data center. Okay, I'll just take you to data center again. Let's say Amazon data center. I'm not saying Hyderabad. I'm just looking for a normal data center here. This is from outside actually. What you see, these two buildings, these are something like a football ground. These are not small, friends. These are like huge. Okay, and from inside it will be like this. See, this is a size of your Amazon data center. Maybe this is available somewhere in USA. It doesn't matter wherever it is available, but this is the size of the data center, and this is only one lane. Like this, we have like many more lanes in under that roof. So this is the place where they are running all their servers, they are running all their routers and firewalls. So we just need to connect. Suppose imagine someone is sitting in Chennai, or someone is sitting in Vijayawada, someone is sitting in Pune, or someone is somewhere in Kerala. From Kerala, he can connect to this data center which is available somewhere in USA, and he or she can run these services on this. He or she can run the services on this particular data center. Got it? So this Amazon people have huge data center. I hope it is clear now. So what is cloud computing? We know. Who is using cloud computing? We know. And who is providing cloud computing? We know. There is a company that will do survey actually. That is called Gartner's. So let me just show you some Gartner's report actually. This is a report from 2021. That is last year. And see, number one is for Amazon Web Services. This is the market leader. Then it is Microsoft. Then it is Google. Till last year, Alibaba Cloud was like at number 4, but I'm not sure it is at number 4 as of now because there are like some other issues there. So maybe Oracle is there at number 4. Decent Cloud is again a very famous. It is also actually from China. Alibaba is also from China, but the other companies, most of them are from USA. They have branches in other countries. Like AWS is from USA, but they have branch in India. Microsoft is also from USA. They have branches in India. Google is also from USA. They have branches in India. But these two companies, Alibaba and Cloud, they are specially running from China. So, politically, and there are other issues also. So these companies may not survive like Google, Microsoft, and Amazon Web Services, but still these are the market leaders as of July 2021. So there can be some change here. There can be some change in this number. But till today, Amazon is at number 1, Microsoft is at number 2, and Google is at number 3. Got it? These are the 3 market leaders. And for sure, nearly 45% companies they will use Amazon. There is a huge number, friends. 40 to 45% companies, if they are using Amazon Web Services, then it is a huge number. But see, we have like another 60% companies they are using Microsoft, Google, Alibaba, Oracle, IBM, all the other clouds. Now listen, friends, carefully. Normally, I get a question every time like, what if after learning AWS, you get an option or if you get a chance to work in a company where there is Microsoft Azure, there is Microsoft Cloud, or what if there is a Google Cloud? What to do in that scenario? Do we need to learn Microsoft Cloud or Google Cloud? Answer is yes. You should learn Microsoft Cloud or Google Cloud. But will it be easy to learn Microsoft Cloud and Google Cloud? Again, answer is yes. It will be very easy. We are learning Amazon Web Services here. The concept of Amazon Web Services and the Microsoft, Google, IBM or anything, the concept will be same. The concept will be same. How to configure the resources can be different. Like how to configure a virtual server in Amazon Web Services, steps can be different, and how to configure virtual server in a Microsoft, the steps can be different. But the concept of virtual server will remain same. So theoretically, if you know AWS, you already know Microsoft, Google or Oracle or IBM. Practical wise, it can be different. Okay, practical wise it can be different. So my personal suggestion will be, after AWS, if you want to go with any other cloud provider, better go with this Microsoft. Go with this Microsoft Azure. Okay. Okay, I got a question here like, why clients choose the nearest data center for the business? Well, there is something called latency, Narendra. We will see this hopefully in some other class. But there is something called latency that we need to see. But as of now, that is a very technical question or an advanced question. We will see, like the question here is, like I said, Amazon people have data centers in multiple locations. This is one of the data center which is in USA. I'm in Hyderabad, India. From India, can I select the data center which is there in USA? Of course I can select. But in India, we have data center in Mumbai also. So I can go for Mumbai also. So it's up to my scenario. But whether to go with US or whether to go with Mumbai, there are many scenarios we need to see. There are many, ifs and buts we need to address. That we will see hopefully after like some time. Okay, fine. Now let us see the advantages of cloud computing. Again, like I said, we know what is cloud computing. We know who is providing cloud computing, and we know who is using cloud computing. Now let us see what are the benefits or what are the advantages of cloud computing. Let us see each and everything in a simple way. Cost saving. That is one of the main advantage of cloud computing. It says clearly cost saving means, when you make a network, when you make a physical network at your location, what you have to do, you have to bring these racks, servers, routers, switches, cabling, firewall. You should maintain your internet connection. You should maintain all the cable connections. You should maintain a AC. You should maintain your electricity. There should be some backup. So this is a huge work. Whether it is small network or a medium or big, this is some work actually. Okay, we are spending a lot of money. But in cloud computing, what we do, friends, we don't have anything of this structure here. The data center is not available now. Okay, all these things will be hosted on a cloud provider. Instead of bringing all the devices, instead of maintaining all the devices, instead of upgrading devices, instead of upgrading operating systems, instead of checking the connections and all the other things, what we just do, we just go to the cloud provider and we'll make our virtual data center there. We will make our virtual network there. Please remember carefully, physical server, virtual server, they work the same way. Physical server, we can run applications and services. Virtual server, we can run applications and services. There is no difference in running. The only difference is physical server is completely physical. It's like your laptop or a desktop. But virtual server is running inside a physical server. I'll come to this topic in more details at some other time actually, but as of now, I hope this simple definition is more than enough for you to understand. So physical server is like a computer or a laptop. Virtual server is running within that computer and a laptop. Physical servers are there on premise within your location. Virtual servers will be running at some other place. Okay, so if you are using virtual servers, cost saving, there is no need for us to spend huge money. Huge in the sense how much? It will be some lakhs of dollars, or if you calculate in Indian currency, it will be some crores of rupees. So one of the best advantage of cloud computing here is when you start your business, there is no need for you to spend huge money. Whenever people start a new business, the main problem, they have the idea, they know what business they are starting. They have the complete idea, they know everything. But the main problem they will face here is infrastructure. A person cannot run a business without a infrastructure. A person cannot host a application or a web server without a infrastructure. So what is infrastructure? Routers, servers, firewalls, switches, cables. This is infrastructure. And the second thing is we need a huge space. And the third thing is we need some teams actually to manage all those things. So this is the main problem every time a person will face. These cloud providers, Amazon people, when they started cloud computing, when they launched cloud computing in 2006, 2005, 2006, 2010, this was the time when, many applications were coming, like, Facebook came in 2004-5. Then after some years, WhatsApp came. Facebook and WhatsApp, can we survive without them? No. Then after some years, Twitter came. Then, Instagram. So like this was a time when many, businesses or many new apps came into market. What these cloud computing providers have done? They said they went to all these, small businesses. They say, listen, you're maintaining your infrastructure at your location. Instead of maintaining infrastructure at your location, we will maintain your infrastructure. You just run your services. You just run your applications. So this was such an excellent idea. The people who have their ideas, like, someone is already ready with a game. He's already designed a game, but there was no infrastructure with him to run that particular game. So what these Amazon people have done, they said, listen, you already have your application and we already have our data center. So come to us and run your application. After running your application, pay some money according to your usage. So this was an excellent idea that was accepted by, many newcomers or many people who were willing to start their companies or willing to start their business. This was 2006, 2007. This is cost saving. Okay, exactly. It is called capital cost. So it will save a lot of money. Now, security. Normally, every time I'll get a question. Security, is it an advantage or a disadvantage? We are not keeping our servers. We are not keeping our data at our location. We are keeping everything at some other location. So which one is more secure? Keeping money with you in your home or in your pocket is more secure, or keeping money in a bank is more secure? So it is very difficult to decide here, right? If I keep, suppose, all the money with me in my home, can I say my money is completely secure? No. If I keep all the money in a bank, can I say my money is completely secure? No. But just compare the money example. If you keep money in a bank, normally you feel like it is more safe compared to keeping money in our home, right? Because bank is protected by many people. Many people are keeping money there, so there is more protection there. There is more protocol. There are many people working there, and there is more security there. Can we provide that much security? How many of us are having a security guard at our home, at our gate? I can say none here, right? But once you go to the bank, just see the locker rooms there, or just see the security they will provide. So it is more secure. So if you're keeping your servers in your location, that is like keeping your money in your home. Okay, we can provide security there also, right? But what if you're keeping money in a bank? Keeping money in your bank is something like keeping your servers in a data center. So there is more security there. The hacker should know in which data center we have created our servers and what is the IP address. So the hacker should know many things to hack our network. The hacker should know many things to get the information from our server. So it is not easy for him. So security is actually advantage. Security is actually a advantage in cloud computing. There is, see, whatever companies they are working on cloud. This FBI, like in India we have CID and CBI, and USA we have like FBI. They have FBI. So they are running their servers over cloud. Just imagine what sort of information they have in their servers. So if an organization like FBI can run their servers over cloud, forget about any XYZ company. Okay, so there is security there. Now, one more advantage here is flexibility in capacity. This is again a very, very excellent option we have in cloud. Flexible. I'll ask a very simple question. Like you're using a laptop or maybe a desktop, or maybe everyone is using a mobile phone. Suppose in your mobile phone, imagine there is 64 GB memory card. Nowadays 64 GB memory card is not sufficient, right? So what you're planning to do, you're planning to increase a 64 GB memory card to 128 GB memory card. Now, if you're planning to increase 64 GB to 128 GB, the first thing we need to see here is whether your mobile phone is supported or not. Got it? We need to see whether the mobile phone is supported with 128 GB memory or not. If it is supporting, then we can upgrade. But what if a mobile phone is supporting only 64 GB memory card? Can we add a 128 GB memory card there? No, it will not work. So the first thing here we need to see is we need to see whether it is supported or not. Second thing here is we need to go to market. We need to go to some shop. There we need to purchase. So see, it is taking some time, right? It is taking some time. We need to see whether it is supported or not. Then we need to go to the shop, any XYZ shop. Then we need to take the 128 GB memory card. Then we need to transfer the photos and videos and the messages from 64 GB to 128 GB. Then it is ready. So this is some process. It will take some time. This is about your mobile phone. Now coming to server. Same logic here. What happens in server? Suppose imagine your server is running with 64 GB RAM. If it is running with 64 GB RAM, and suppose you want to increase from 64 GB to 128 GB, what we have to do? We have to do the same thing. First, we need to see whether it is supporting 128 GB or not. If it is supporting 128 GB, then it is well and good. Then what we have to do? Again, we have to go to market and we have to bring the RAM. Then shut down the server. Okay. Then insert the RAM. Then switch on the server. See, this is such a huge process. What we are planning to do here, friends, we are simply planning to increase our memory from 64 GB to 128 GB. So if you want to increase from 64 GB to 128 GB, then we have to check whether it is supported or not. Then we have to go to market. Then we have to shut down the server. Then insert the RAM. Then again switch on the server. So it will take a lot of time and there is a disruption here. Server is down for some time. You're shutting down the server, so it is down for some time. Server should not go down. When was the last time you have seen Google was down, or Facebook was down, or Instagram was down, or Gmail or Yahoo Mail was down? It's not a good idea to keep your server down. because many people are connected to server. If it is down, they cannot access the services, they cannot access the resources from server. So see here, this is your problem that we are facing for many decades. Now, flexibility in capacity, what cloud will provide here is, suppose we have created a virtual machine in cloud. Let us say virtual server. And we have taken around 64 GB RAM in virtual server. If you have taken 64 GB RAM in virtual server, you know, you are paying money for 64 GB RAM. Great. We are taking that much, so we are paying that much. There is no problem here. Now, if you go to this physical memory, on day one, we have to spend money on the 64 GB RAM. We are using 64 GB RAM. But you know, the problem here is we have already taken 64 GB RAM, but out of 64 GB RAM, your server is using only 32 GB. It is working only on 32 GB. Although it can work up to 64 GB, but it is working only on 32 GB. So whatever remaining 32 GB, it is completely wasted, right? Coming to virtual server, we have taken 64 GB RAM. But again, suppose in this virtual server also, your machine, your virtual server is using only 62 out of 64 GB, it is using only 32 GB. On day one, we have selected 64 GB RAM. I repeat, on day one, we have selected 64 GB RAM. But out of 64 GB RAM, it is using only 32 GB. So there is a concept here by using which we can decrease our RAM from 64 GB to 32 GB. So now no need to pay money for 64 GB. We can pay money only for 32 GB. And in case we need more, in case we need like say 96 GB now, so we can simply increase our RAM from 32 GB to 96 GB without any problem by just, you know, selecting some options. Within like 30 seconds, we can increase our RAM from 32 GB to 96 GB. And if you want to decrease from 96 GB to 64 GB, we can decrease. So in virtual server, we can increase and decrease our resources. It is flexible. We can increase and decrease our resources according to our use. Maybe today we need only 32 GB. So for today, we are using 32 GB. So for this day, the billing will be generated according to 32 GB. After like 3 days, we need 96 GB. So we can simply increase up to like 96 GB. This is the advantage we have. This is the flexibility we have. I just took the example of RAM. It is same with your CPUs and hard disk and everything. Is it so flexible in your physical servers, friend? No. Remember what we said? First of all, we need to see whether it is supported or not. Then we need to go to market, the shop. We need to bring the RAM or a hard disk. Then we need to shut down the server, then insert the RAM, then switch on the servers. It's a huge process. But coming to virtual server, flexibility in capacity. The server is running. Hundreds and thousands and millions of people are connected to server. We can simply increase our resources. Such an excellent feature we have in cloud computing. See, these are the features of cloud computing. These are not the features only of Amazon. These are the features of Google. These are the features of IBM. These are the features of Microsoft. Okay, all these are benefits of all the cloud providers. So I hope you understood what is the difference here. What are the advantages we have? Cost saving means how much we need, that much we can use. We have better security here and flexibility in capacity. If you want to increase, we can increase at any time, and if you want to decrease, we can decrease at any given time. And whatever you are increasing, whatever you are decreasing, pay as you go. If you are using 32 GB RAM, pay for 32 GB RAM. If you are using 96 GB RAM, pay for 96 GB RAM. If you are using 10 TB hard disk, pay for 10 TB hard disk. If you are using 100 TB hard disk, pay for 100 TB hard disk. Excellent options, right? So this is your pay as you go model. I hope you're following me, friends. I'm getting good questions here, but I'm still waiting for questions from many other people. So please take your time. Please take 30 seconds. Just try to revise what we have done till now, what we have discussed till now. Then hopefully we will go with the other options. We will see the other points here, and let us try to understand why cloud computing is a present and why cloud computing is a future. Every company will literally move into cloud computing. Already many companies have already moved. Many companies are moving. As of now, we are into this session. Maybe there are some hundreds of companies that are moving into cloud. They are moving their physical server into the cloud servers because it has many benefits. Cloud is the present and cloud is the future for sure. Everything will be connected to cloud and everything will be kept on cloud. Okay, so feel free to send your questions and feel free to ask your doubts. At least send a question in the chat box. It will be easy for me to come to your question. Okay, so pay as you go means how much we use, that much we have to pay. Now, automatic software update. Software update and hardware update. Srinivas, I'll come to mobility. We'll just go through all these points here actually one by one. Okay, so let us see what is automatic software address, software update. You know, in your physical data center, like suppose the data center is there at your location. If the data center is there at your location, you need to update your hardware as well as we need to update your software. See, we cannot run a server for 5 years or 7 years or 10 years. We need to keep on upgrading our hardware as well as we need to keep on upgrading our software. You know, when I started my career in this server administration part, I have started from Windows Server. Actually, I learned Windows Server 2000 also, but majority of work I have done on Windows Server 2003. You know how much it has updated or upgraded till now? 2003, then came 2008, then came 2012, then came 2016, then came 2019, then came 2000. Now it is 2022. Okay, this many things, this many new versions came. Okay, so before we move, I got a question here, and this is a question I'll get in every session actually, at least in the initial stages. So the question here is, I am planning to do DevOps. So will this course will be enough in AWS? See, always say, friends, this is a course which is, it is not designed for DevOps. It is designed for AWS. So when you do this course, you can get a job only on AWS first of all. And if you have to go to DevOps, this course has everything that you need to learn for AWS and that you need to learn for DevOps. Before you go to DevOps, we need to learn AWS. So this is the course that you need to learn. This is what we need to learn. Whatever concepts we are learning in coming classes, all the concepts you should know to go to DevOps. So I'll say two things. One is you can get a job only on AWS after completing this course. And the second thing is, if you're planning to go with like DevOps, whatever we are learning in this course, it is like 100% enough for you to learn and to understand everything in DevOps. Okay. Okay. So let us see this again, like automatic software update. CS Salesforce is also a cloud. They also provide the cloud services. Fine. So come to this automatic updates. Again, if you go with this data center, it is your responsibility. It is your responsibility to update or upgrade. Software is updated, hardware is upgraded, right? So it is your responsibility to upgrade your hardware as well as update your software. It is your responsibility. But coming to the cloud provider, we are not updating or upgrading anything. They will be updating the hardware part. They just upgrade the hardware, they just maintain the hardware, everything will be done by them. Software, maybe they can update or maybe we can update. There are some options available, so we can update our software. Updating the software is not a big deal. I'll show you how to update the software in coming classes. When we go with this Windows servers and Linux servers, that I'll show you how to upgrade it. Okay. So automatic software update is again an advantage. Now, easy to manage. See here, friends, we are not having the headache of managing this data center. We are simply managing our servers. We are simply managing our servers. So we don't need to upgrade or manage or make connections and troubleshoot. We don't need to do all these things. So we'll take care of all these things. This service provider will take care. The cloud service provider will take care of all these things. So we just need to create our servers and we just need to manage our servers. So it is very easy to manage your data center over a cloud compared to your physical data center. It is very easy to run your services or run your servers over a cloud compared to your physical data center. See, within like 30 to 50 seconds, you can make a server ready. I repeat again, within like 30 to 50 seconds, you can make your server ready. It is a huge thing. Is it possible to make a server ready within 30 minutes? A physical server, or let us say 30 hours? No, it is not possible for us to run a physical server or to make a physical server ready within like 30 hours. Also, we need to bring a server, install the OS. There are many things we have to do. But coming to this, the benefit of cloud computing is it is very easy to manage and it is very easy to run. Got it? Now, backup and restore. This is again a very good advantage in cloud computing, backup and restore. We can take backups from any locations and whenever we need, we can simply restore it. You know, if you go with a physical server, like for example, if you're running a physical server and you're running a web service on that physical server, you know what we have to do? We have to take one more physical server. See, when you run a application or a service, one physical server is not sufficient. Like suppose you're running a web server, one physical server is not sufficient. We have to take one more physical server and we have to run backup server there. So at least two servers, two physical servers to run one service. And in many cases, there can be 30 physical servers. There can be 70 physical servers where only one service is running. I repeat again, there can be a scenario where there are 70 physical servers where only one service is running. I'll take a general example. You know, gmail.com. I think every one of us who is connected to this session, we are using Gmail servers here. At least maybe like Gmail account, or maybe like you're going to Google every day, you are accessing something from Google, whatever. Now tell me, friends, Gmail is working on a physical server. Gmail is a mail service that is provided by Google. So it is running on a physical server. So if I say Gmail services are running only on a physical server, that is like a joke, right? Because you know, if it is running only on a physical server and all the people around the globe, they are connected to that physical server. See how much traffic is there now? How much traffic is there? The server can go down. And if that particular server is down, then if that particular server is down, we cannot access the Gmail. We cannot access our mails. So how many backup servers they have? Maybe they have a backup. Maybe they have like 10 backup servers within a country like India. It's a huge population and many people are using Gmail accounts. Maybe there is a server in Bangalore. Maybe there is a server in Hyderabad. Maybe there is a server in Delhi. Maybe there is a server somewhere in Kolkata. Maybe there is a server somewhere in Rajasthan. So people who are near to like Kolkata, they can connect to that particular server. People who are near to Delhi, they can connect to that particular server. And in case if the server in Delhi is down, then now the people will be connected to Mumbai or maybe like Hyderabad or maybe like Kolkata. So this is your backup. So they have to maintain lots and lots of backup servers. So again, the infrastructure is simply increasing. So in our cloud also, we have to make backup servers. But you know, it will be very easy for us to make backup servers. Very, very easy for us to make backup servers. Okay. Now, quick deployment, fast deployment. Deployment means, you know, running a server or making a server up. Like for example, you know, when there is a construction going on somewhere, maybe it will take 1 year for that particular organization or particular company to construct a particular building. But we will keep on watching some videos on Facebook or some other places where they say like, okay, within 10 days this particular country has constructed a particular hospital with like 15 floors. Remember, there was a video in 2020 and the video was like China has constructed a 7-floor or 10-floor hospital within like 15 days. That is like a deployment, how quick you can do it. If you want to construct a building which has 10 floors, maybe it will take 1 year, right? But what if someone is constructing a 10-floor building within like 1 month? So this is called quick deployment. It is working very fast. This is a quick deployment. So if you need 100 servers, within like next 30 seconds, we can run all the 100 servers. Okay. We can run all the 100 servers within like next 30 minutes. This is a quick deployment. Now, one more advantage here is mobility. What is the meaning of mobility? For example, if there is a physical server available at your location, you can connect to that physical server within your location. If you want to connect to that physical server from outside, that is possible, but we need to configure many things. We need to check many security things and all those things. Is it easy for you to like connect to your physical server which is at your location, or is it easy to move your physical server from one location to another location? No. But in cloud computing, it is very easy for us to just connect to our services from any location, or just take your applications from one data center to another data center. You can just play with them. They are not stuck at a particular place, and there is no need for us to access those servers only from a single place. Today you are in Hyderabad, tomorrow you can be there somewhere in London. So how to connect to your servers? You just need your username and password. You just need an internet connection. You just need your username and password, so you can easily connect to the server which is there on the cloud. Okay, there are no restrictions here. Username and password. Okay, there are some other things like public key, private key, all these things will be there, but it is not difficult to use all those things and connect to the servers. Okay, friends, so these are some of the advantages of cloud computing. These advantages are more than enough for us to realize how important is cloud computing in our real scenarios. How important is cloud computing in our day-to-day work? How important is cloud computing for a company's network? How important is cloud computing to run a particular application? Like I said, from now, I should not say from now, I can say for last 5-7 years actually, everyone started moving into cloud, and now many more people are, say, for many years the companies have not adapted to the cloud computing platform because of some reasons. One is they already have their infrastructure, so they don't want to disturb their infrastructure, so they are stuck to the infrastructure. There is one reason. The second reason was they were not completely sure about the security, but now the security is again a very good thing, so there is no problem with the security also. And the other thing here is, other thing that they were like concerned about in cloud computing was the internet connection. You need a better internet connection to access all the resources. But now we are in 2022. Is there any problem with the internet connections? No. Maybe like 10 years before there was some problem with the internet connection, but as of now, no. Okay, can you explain mobility again? Mobility means like moving in a way. It is very easy for you to connect to any software or any application from anywhere. You're not stuck to a particular location. You're not stuck to a particular place. See, when you take a mobile phone and when you connect to any app, This is again a mobility, right? We can just connect to any place or any application or any server from any device from any location. There is no need for you to like stuck at a particular place and use a particular connection and to access a particular device. From anywhere we can connect to your resources. Okay, so these are the advantages of cloud computing. No, flexibility is different, mobility is different. Flexibility means increasing and decreasing. Mobility means like, you can move anywhere and you can access. Remember, we said flexibility means if you need to increase your server resources from 32 GB RAM to 96 GB RAM or 64 GB RAM, it is very easy for you to like, increase and decrease. That is flexibility, or we can say elasticity. That terminology also we can use. We can increase and decrease our resources. That is your flexibility. Mobility means today you are somewhere, tomorrow you can go to some other place. Today you are running. Again, the voice is not clear. Okay, I'll just check it. Okay, fine. So today you can run your services at one data center. Tomorrow you can run services at another data center. That is mobility. Flexibility is only increase and decreasing the resources according to our use, and mobility is accessing the resources from anywhere across the globe. You can access the resources, the other people can access the resources, so there is no problem there. If you're working for an American company, you can host a server in somewhere in USA data center. If you're working for an Indian company, you can host a server somewhere on a Indian data center. Fine. So these are the benefits of cloud computing. I repeat, these are the benefits of cloud computing. So these same benefits will be there for Amazon, Google, Microsoft, Oracle, IBM, HP, Citrix, Cisco, Salesforce, all the companies. What advantages we have in Amazon compared to some other companies that we will see hopefully in tomorrow's session or maybe like after tomorrow. But as of now, these are the benefits of cloud computing. So I'll be here for like couple of more minutes. So if you have any doubts related to today's topic, feel free to send your questions so that we can clear all the things and then we can stop the session for today. Like I said you before, the chat box should be always busy. It will help everyone in gaining more knowledge or understanding the concept in a better way. See, if there are some advantages, there must be some disadvantages. So what are the disadvantages we have and what are the implements? What are the models we can implement? All these things we will see tomorrow. Okay, friends, so that was the session for today. I'm still here for like some more time. If you have any questions, any doubts, we will see. Else we can stop the session for today. And remember, I told you all the sessions will be uploaded on YouTube. Starting 3 to 4 sessions will be uploaded on YouTube. So you can check the sessions on YouTube. Then after like 3-4 classes, the sessions will be shared with you directly on your with your mail account. So you just need to share your uh, Gmail account. So there we can share all the recorded classes. But for next couple of days, the classes will be uploaded directly on YouTube. You can just go to the DURGASOFT YouTube channel and you can check all the videos there. Time is already fixed here, right? Abhishek, the time will be 8 a.m. till 9 a.m. This is the time. You will be attending class for tomorrow also, Narendra. This is the third class in a way, right? Second class. Actually, this is second class, so you will be attending one or two more classes for sure. Before they change the link, you will be allowed to attend some more classes. And Solomon, can you hear me, friend? I just sent a message to you, Solomon, so can you just respond me in the chat box? So this was the session, and hope to see you again tomorrow at same time, 8 a.m. Abhishek, yeah, you said there will be 9:30 a.m. Of course, there was a 9:30 a.m. class, Abhishek, but you know, most of the people are coming in 8 a.m. only, so we have just postponed it 9:30 class, and we'll be starting 9:30 class from next month, next week actually. Within a couple of days, the link will change, Narendra. Okay, friends, so that's it for today. Thanks again for joining. See you tomorrow at Abhishek. I think this is what the fees is. I'm not sure they will do the discount because it's a big course and there are many things added here. So I'm not sure they will give the discount. So, but still you can talk with the management. But I'm not sure there will be some discount here. It's already a discount fees only. Thanks a lot, guys. See you tomorrow. Bye. Solomon, did you saw my message? Okay, thank you. This is from which country, Solomon? This number is from which country? Okay, that's it. That's it for today. See you tomorrow at same time. Bye.